Hello. Today we're going to talk about feats. Feats are fantastic. They're always something that can help give you an edge on any opponent, right? And sometimes taking a feat is better than taking an ability score improvement, which is, I know, technically a feat, but you don't get both. So you have to choose either an ability score improvement or a feat at certain levels. And sometimes it's agonizing picking that, but here's 5 feats that I think are the best from the entire list for various reasons. Now, this isn't going to be in any kind of order because, in my opinion, all 5 of these are equal in their own right, but they're the best as far as I'm concerned. So, starting off, Grappler. This is a great feat for any melee combatant, especially if you get disarmed or if you're a monk. It makes it so that when you make an unarmed strike, you don't have to decide whether you want to do damage to him or if you want to grapple him. You get to do both. And that's great because if you grapple them, it also gives you advantage on attack rolls against any creature you have grappled. So you're more likely to hit, so you're more likely to do damage. It's, all in all, it's just good, right? Next on the list is Mage Slayer. Now, Mage Slayer is great for any class because if you're going up against something that uses magic, concentration, breaking their concentration especially, is frustrating, to say the least. With Mage Slayer, you make it so that they have disadvantage on Constitution saving throws, which is their concentration saves, and that's going to be great in any setting. But then it also gives you guarded mind, which makes it so that if you were to fail a intelligence, wisdom, or charisma save, you can choose, I pass, but only once per long rest. Next thing is Sentinel. Sentinel's fantastic for any frontline fighters, especially like paladins that tend to stay close to their allies while still being frontline fighters. And the reason for that is if a creature tries to make the disengage action within 5 feet of you, you get an attack of opportunity, which means no more free fleeing. Also, if they hit something within 5 feet of you that isn't you, you get an attack of opportunity. So it's like, yeah, you can hit my teammate, but I'm going to hit you back, right? But then it also has the halt ability, which what that means is if you get an attack of opportunity on a creature and you land that hit, their speed is reduced to 0. So there's no running past you to your healer or your wizard that has no health in the back row. No, they're stuck. It's fantastic. Next is a Spell Sniper. Now, when I hear sniper, I assume, oh, cool, all my spells have longer range. And that's what it does. But that's not all. So, starting off with that though, if you have a spell that's within 10 feet, you can now cast it up to 60 feet. But more importantly, it ignores completely half and 3/4 cover. Which completely ignores it. And cover's a pain, right? So let's move on to Warcaster. Warcaster gives you a handful of things. The most important thing it gives you, in my mind, is attack of opportunity reactions. You no longer have to use whatever weapon you have in your hand. You get to use a spell. Now, the reason why this is so important, and I know a couple of other content creators have also already said this, if your ally runs past you, you can use a spell on them as an attack of opportunity. Haste, any healing spell, any buffing spell, you can use it on them as they go past you. That way, if they're low on health, you want to heal them, but you don't want to waste your turn, they run past you, boom, you give them a little bit of health on their way. It's fine, right? You can do that now thanks to Warcaster. Now, that's only the, allies, the support side of Warcaster. Obviously, you can use attack spells as an attack of opportunity on an enemy creature that runs by you, which you're going to, but you also have advantage on your concentration checks. If somebody hits you, you have advantage on holding on to that concentration. And those are really the only 2 big things for Warcaster that you really need to worry about. So these are, in my opinion, the 5 best feats in the 2024 Player's Handbook. I know we've seen some of them before in the top 5 or top 10 list in the 2014. I know a lot of you are going to disagree with me on Grappler, and that's okay. I understand. I think it's going to see a lot more play, especially with the way you've changed the Monk. And honestly, with the way they changed a lot of the classes, but especially the Monk, we're going to see Grappler seen so much more. So if you think I'm wrong, if you think that something else belongs on this list over what I've already got, let's go ahead and talk about it in the comments below. Otherwise, thanks for watching.